Hello and welcome to this year's ABAMX Draft. I'm Courtney Perno with Global Sports Streaming live from Las Vegas, and wherever you are joining us from, welcome. Now tonight is not just the second annual ABAMX Draft, it's also a celebration of a 50-plus-year-old brand and tradition of excellence from ABA basketball. The league, now of course expanding into Mexico and hopefully other countries and regions around the globe. There's also a women's league in the works and a junior ABA MX program to help local kids develop their b-ball skills and maybe even play for their hometown team someday. But we're not talking about someday, we're talking about today, this season. So what's going on? Well, thanks to COVID, we had to come up with a couple options for this bubble type short season. So if fans are allowed at the games, teams are expected to play from July 2nd through July 31st on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. I love that, no breaks, with a playoff to finish the season. Now, if the arena seats need to be empty, hopefully that is not the case, there will be a tournament-style playoff from July 2nd through July 11th, with games every single day until a champion is crowned. Now, in both scenarios, Tijuana will be the host city, unless, of course, the pandemic throws us for another loop, then other gyms in the region may come into play. But again, we're hoping for a full season this time with ABA MX. There is a lot of exciting things coming out of the league. What else is exciting? The draft. So let's get to it. ABA MX is truly an international league, but they're doing things a little bit differently. Now, typically in international basketball, teams may only be allowed one, maybe three players from another country. Often these players are called import players. Well, in the ABA MX, teams have open rosters, which means any number of players from any country, they're fair game. The talent in tonight's players, they are just posting up for 22 spots on 6 teams in the league this year. Let's take a look at some of those teams. First, we've got the OGs, Tucanes, the Toucans out of Los Cabos, down at the tip of Baja, of course known for their great tourism industry, and it is just a fantastic place to play. We also have the Cerveceros, the Brewers, serving it up again this year out of Takate, one of very few Mexican towns known as magic towns, representing historical events. So that's pretty cool. But if beer is not your thing, what about the winemakers, Vinateros out of Ensenada? It's a relaxing beach town, but let me tell you, the fans still love their basketball. But don't sleep on the Rosarita Tropics. I mean, look at that graphic. I love that team logo. They are boasting beautiful beaches and great hoops on the peninsula, but I hear the fans there can get really rowdy and really loud. I love that. But are they more hostile than the Bulls? Los Toros from Mexicali. They've got a fabulous fan base made up of true basketball fans expecting to see a high level of play. But don't forget, hitting the hardwood for the first time this season, the Tijuana Leyendas, the Legends, another big b-ball town ready to host the 2021 bubble season. So, who's in? Who is going to be playing in the ABA Mexico this year? We will get to that in just a minute. But first, I've got Commissioner Roberto Garcia. Bobby, thank you so much for joining us. How are you over there?
Hey, how are you? How's everything? How's the sound? Good?
Oh, you sound great. So I know you have a little statement you wanted to read. This is so exciting, Roberto. It's so good to see you. I will give you the stage.
Thank you so much, Courtney. First, I want to thank God for giving us the opportunity to live one more night, one more day, and enjoy life. And especially, I want to thank our partners, GSS, Global Sports Streaming. Big shout out to Armando Bareño, and especially you, Courtney Perna, for doing this, taking the time to help us out and help us promote the league. It really means a lot to my family, to my wife, to our daughter, and to our fans. With your support, it's really the vision that we have, it's doable because of the people that behind our project, including global sports streaming. Um, I want to say to all the basketball players and all the fans out there, welcome to our third edition of the ABA Max ABA MX Draft presented by Global Sports Streaming in Las Vegas, Nevada. Before we begin, I want to take this moment to reflect in life. The past 2 years, life has taught us so many things that we've been put to test. God is really testing every single one of us, and this pandemic has taken its toll on most of us. Okay, much more than economy problems. It has taken many lives, and for that we give our condolences to these great people. One of the persons that was close to us, Sergio Sotelo, passed away in December, and basically it really hurt our hearts. Okay, that was our vice president of ABA Mexico, and from the deepest part of my heart and my family, and I would like to give our condolences to the Sotelo family in Tijuana and every other family that's been affected by the coronavirus. Okay, now that things are finally coming to place and opening up. We are very excited to begin this amazing journey and bring to Mexico the most entertainment, most amazing basketball league in history. And it all begins now, Courtney. Let's
That's
get the show
right.
started, baby. Viva Mexico, right?
Thank you so much, Roberto. It's such a pleasure talking to you. Oh, look at that. I got it. I love those old school balls like that. Thank you so much, Roberto.
Woo. Yes, ma'am.
All right,
It's
so
a
let's
pleasure.
get right to it. With the very first pick in the 2021 ABA MX Draft, Las Leyendas select David Vasquez. Yes, David. He's from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, coming out of my town. I love it. The 22-year-old played ABA ball for the Vegas Valley Hawks and Henderson Hawks. David Vasquez is taking his high basketball IQ to Tijuana. Look for the 6-foot, 195-pound point and shooting guard to set up his teammates and score on all three levels. And like I said, he is from my town, so we brought him in. So joining me now, David, you probably thought something was up, but did you know you were going number one?
No, I did not.
How does it feel?
It feels great. It feels really great. I want to thank you guys for having me on today.
Thank you so much for coming. It's so wonderful to have you here. Now, talk to me a little bit about, what you're going to bring to your team. Las Leyendas.
I feel I'm going to bring my work ethic. That's one big thing that I'm really on is having a really great work ethic. My leadership and, bringing the team together. I can't wait to get out there.
So why ABA Mexico?
I felt it was a really good opportunity. And with everything going on with COVID, I saw the ABA Mexico as a really good opportunity, so I went for it.
There you go. It's going to be a good time. And I know that we talked a little bit off camera, but you're really into helping kids a lot. You love the community aspect, and ABA Mexico is really into that. I mean, you guys are going to be role models in your community, helping some of the smaller players develop their skills. So what does that mean to you?
Yeah, this is great. It's yeah, like we were saying off camera, it's something I'm really into. I work at several camps during the summer, and I'm looking forward to being able to do that in Mexico too.
That's fantastic. Now, we heard Roberto Garcia there talk obviously a little bit about COVID. It has been an issue. It has been tough for all sports teams, I think, across the globe to really do what you do. How was it for you working out? I mean, were you able to get to the gym?
The gyms were shut down for a while. I had to take
Some time off and some time to rest?
I did a lot of at-home workouts.
Okay, yeah.
Keeping my body right.
Conditioning and...
Yeah, a lot of running. Since they took down the basketball hoops at the parks, had to do a lot of ball handling.
They took down the hoops at the parks?
Yeah.
What's up with that, City of Vegas? Come on. Oh, man, so you couldn't really even do anything basketball-wise?
Yeah, couldn't get shots up, but I was able to keep my handles right and keep my conditioning up.
All right, well, anything to say to your new team over there in Tijuana?
Can't wait to play with you guys. I'm really looking forward to it.
All right, well, congratulations.
Yeah,
you brought your family here too. Hi, guys, yay. #1 draft pick, David Vasquez. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty, here we go. So thank you for that. I really appreciate your time. And, you can take your mic off now. Mom's here. Everybody's here. Hey, she's excited. Okay, so good luck to you, David, and of course, good luck to Las Leyendas. So who's next? We've got the second pick. Now repping Rosarito Tropics, we have Mikesion Skully. I hope I didn't butcher that too bad, Mike. I'm sorry. The former Aggie out of Delaware Valley University is known for being a great overall teammate. At 6'1" and 170 pounds, this shooter can score as a point guard or shooting guard, so just put him on the court. He's going to be good to go. All right, congratulations, Mike. Now, headed to Mexicali to run with the Bulls, congratulations, Earl Hall. From the ABA Florida's All-Star, this Gainesville native is a two-way player. Look for Hall to defend and rebound, but also to slash on the other end. He's 6'3", 195 pounds, playing shooting guard or small forward. So congratulations, Earl Hall. All right, Vinateros, maybe my favorite team because I like a little bit of red wine. They are up next with the 4th overall pick. And guess who they want? Alex McNeil. From his hometown in Alabama to East Georgia State and now Ensenada with the ABA MX. At just 21 years old, McNeil's a shooting guard who will also cut to the rim, so watch out for that. This 6'1", 207-pounder, also great defending the 1-4 position as well. All right, number 4 is in the books. Up next, we have the two original teams. We're not there yet, director. Did I say his name yet? We're going to a commercial real quick. Up next, the two original teams, Takate and Los Cabos, get a say in who goes where. Stick around.
Hola, soy Julio César Chávez. Cuando era un niño empecé a boxear con el simple sueño de ayudar a mi familia. Cuando gané mi primer sueldo en mi primera pelea, no tenía idea de que iba a lograr tanto, pero tanto en la vida. Acompáñenme a subir al ring por última vez desde el Estadio Jalisco en Guadalajara. Y para mis paisanos en Estados Unidos, síganme en Pay-Per-View. Pay-Per-View.
Tributo a los Reyes en vivo en Pay-Per-View 19 de junio, 9 p.m. Este, 6 p.m. Pacífico. Toscano, Boristeca y GSS presentan.
Back to the second annual draft for the ABA MX. I know we have a lot of anxious players waiting for their names to be called, so let's dive right back in, shall we? At number 5, Tekate's first and only pick of the night goes to Alexander Brown. Known for his high basketball IQ and smart shot selection, Alexander Brown, he's now a brewer or a cervecero. This point guard stands 6'1" and weighs 195 pounds. Look for the 24-year-old to run the floor and get his teammates involved whenever possible. So congratulations, Alexander. All right, up next from Jackson, Mississippi to the very bottom tip of Baja, Los Cabos selects Richard Harper as the 6th overall pick. The 33-year-old is a veteran of the ABA, having played for the Birmingham Blitz. At 6'4" and 215 pounds, Harper can play point guard, shooting guard, or small forward. He's creative too, and a self-proclaimed winner. I love that. Welcome to the Tucanes crew. Up next, lucky number 7. Joining the legends in Tijuana is Ezekiel Colon. The 21-year-old out of Florida played for the Tampa Bay Fury in the ABA stateside. Now the 6'3" shooting guard will take his unselfish play to Tijuana. Hey, David, it's going to be your new teammate. At 205 pounds, Colon is an athletic slasher too, so look out for him. All right, the 8th pick belongs to the Tropics. They want to add Magic Robinson to their team. Before heading to Rosarito, the ABA MX Magic Robinson, great name by the way, played ball at Southwest Texas Junior College and Clark Summit University. The 5'9" point will have no problem stepping into the floor general role, but look out for that mid-range jumper because that'll get you too. He's a quick and energetic player originally from Gretna, Louisiana. So, coming in at number 9, I hope you're paying attention because we're doing this quick. Becoming un toro, we've got Deontay Graham at 6'1" and 165 pounds. Deontay Graham has repped his home state of Alabama at Concordia College and as part of ABA's River Region Generals team. The 22-year-old now playing in Mexicali is not afraid to finish through contact, but as a point guard, it's all about getting those good looks for his teammates. All right, rounding out the top 10 and heading to Ensenada is Gary Germain. Is that you? That's you, Gary Jermaine Smith. All right, from Sacramento, California. Jermaine's no stranger to playing pro, enjoying time in Asia, Latin America, and the U.S. Now he's adding Los Vinateros, the winemakers, all right, to his resume. The 6'3", 170-pound guard has a 6'8" wingspan. What? With a lightning-quick crossover. He's dynamic, he can score, and he will set it up for his teammates, too. So, I kind of gave it away, but he is joining us now, too. Gary Jermaine Smith, thank you for joining us. First of all, stretch those arms. A 6'8" wingspan? There we go. Whoa. Okay. All right. Well, how does it feel? I mean, now you are playing for maybe my favorite team just because they represent wine, La Vinoteros.
I feel like it's an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
It's a blessing. I've been looking to, kind of repath my career to a better start after the COVID-19 pandemic. So it was kind of laid back for me. I had to take some time off. Gyms were closed and everything like that. And then as soon as we started to open back up to the basketball scene, I just joined as many gyms as I can, started hitting the gym real hard. I ended up in the PBA draft, and now I'm here at the Mexico draft, and I feel like it's a blessing from the man above, and I can't wait to get started.
I mean, Ensenada's not a bad place to be. It's so gorgeous there too, right?
Blessings. I can't wait.
That is fantastic. So what are you going to bring to your new team?
Well, I'm pretty much a veteran in this basketball game, so I've been several places as far as in countries, and I've also played in several different minor leagues here in the USA, so I feel like I can come aboard and be a strong leader. I'll probably be maybe one of the older players there, so I feel like I can give to the younger players and show them some skills and basically show them how to play pro basketball and try to get a championship as a team. Well,
you talked about being a leader, but what about being a role model? Because I know the ABA, they are really into the community. And some of these kids are going to be looking up to you. You're going to be doing hopefully some clinics, if COVID allows, of course. So how does that feel with you being able to be a role model and also work with the kids and help them develop their skills as a player and as a person?
Well, as a role model, I feel like that's a job I love doing. So it feels great to be a helping hand to the community and showing other people, hey man, this is the path that you need to take in the right way in life. So it feels good to give back to the younger people and show them what to do as an experienced veteran. So I feel like it'd be great being a role model to the younger citizens.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm so glad you were able to make it in. And you can hang out a little bit with David there and talk shop because, you both will be going into ABA MX.
I'm very familiar with David. He's a good player, so I'm glad I got a chance to play with the first-round draft pick.
All right, so let me just see, like Leanda's, his new team, versus your new team, the Vinateros. Who you got?
Well, of course, I'm going with us, man.
I don't know. I think David Vasquez, the #1 pick behind the camera right now, might have something to say about that. So thank you.
It's going to be a battle, David.
I love the trash talk in here. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. And best of luck to you, of course, as well. Okay, we are almost halfway done. After the break, a little breakdown of the rules in the ABA. They're a little bit different than what you may be used to. The ABA MX 2021 draft continues. That's next.
On June 19th, Toscano, Boris Tecca and GSS presents Tribute to the Kings. MMA superstar Anderson Silva, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., boxing legend Julio Cesar Chavez, Hector Camacho Jr., Ramon Alvarez, Omar Chavez. A once-in-a-lifetime night of boxing. Live on pay-per-view June 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Contact your pay-per-view provider to order.
Life is about how much you can take. 1, 2, 3. And keep fighting.
He should never fight again.
I know myself.
Retire.
I'm not done. I'm natural born fighter. So, this is what I do.
Tribute to the Kings. Live on pay-per-view June 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Welcome back to the ABA MX 2021 draft. I'm your host, Courtney Perna with Global Sports Streaming. Now, if you're new to the ABA, as a player or a fan, it doesn't matter, but you gotta know the rules. And things are a bit different, but I think they help push for a more fast-paced, exciting game. Now, some of the biggest differences you'll see from, let's say, the NBA, games are a 48-minute total, and teams only have 7 seconds to get over the half-court line as opposed to 8 when inbounding from under the other team's basket. Now, a half-court violation, or if the ball is stolen, obviously it's a turnover, and it turns on the 3D light. What is the 3D light? Well, this is where it gets really fun. So when the 3D light is on, 2-point shots are worth 3 points. 3-point shots are worth 4 points, and if you happen to hit a half-court shot, your team is gonna get 5 points. I can just imagine the crowd going nuts when that happens. And get this, you can't foul out. It's about to get physical. Yes, but if a player gets 6 fouls, that's a technical and the other team gets possession. But the player can still ball. If they're called for another foul, that's another technical, another turnover, and the cycle continues. But that should make for an exciting game as well. So I hope that helps you understand the rules a little bit more so you can enjoy the game. Now let's get back to the draft, shall we? Next up, the 11th pick is going to Las Leyendas of Tijuana. They're picking up Saladim Dewberry. Known for his never-ending hustle, Dewberry played pro for the Tampa Bay Fury in his hometown. At 33 years old, he knows how to play and using that high IQ to his advantage to hit the mid-range and play good D. The small forward or power forward is 6'5" and weighs 190 pounds. Now, we're officially halfway through the picks. Let's round out a dozen, shall we? Coming in as the number 12 pick and going to the Rosarito Tropics, Adrian Williams. Standing 6'8", he's one of the tallest players in the draft. Originally from Montgomery, Alabama, Williams is a versatile player. Comfortable at small forward, power forward, or center. He played pro in the ABA for the River Region Generals, and now the 32-year-old is joining ABA Mexico, of course. So congratulations, Adrian Williams. For the 13th pick, my lucky number, from New Mexico to Mexicali, welcome to the ABA MX, Jim Coleman. Defense is the name of the game for Coleman. The 6'4", 200-pounder played college ball at Mexico State and University of the Southwest. Now the point guard will be looking for that open man on the Toro squad. All right, becoming a winemaker, una vinotero, is the 14th pick out of Sarasota, Florida. It's Desean Reed. Known for his balanced all-around game, Reed will play point or shooting guard on Ensenada's team. The 27-year-old stands 6'3" and weighs a solid 215. All right. Heading to Tijuana as part of the Legends, the 15th pick in the ABA MX 2021 draft is Chicago's own Damian Ellis. Once part of ABA's Chicago Angels, Ellis is playing point guard or shooting guard for Las Leyendas. The 21-year-old is the second youngest player in the draft, but he shoots like a grown man, y'all, so look out. He's 6 foot and 190 pounds. Coming in at Sweet 16, the Rosarito Tropics select Chasen Rockymore. Playing pro for the ABA's Sarasota Manatees, Rockymore gets above the rim and isn't afraid of a little contact. The 6'4", 195-pound shooting guard and small forward is the youngest player in the draft at just 20 years old. Wow. He opens up the floor with his consistent mid-range, but he'll be looking for that catch-and-shoot 3 too, so other team be on the lookout. All right, and let's say congratulations to our 17th overall pick going to Los Toros. It's Anthony Douglas from Bloomfield, Michigan. Hey, that's real close to my hometown. Douglas stands 6'6" and weighs 195 pounds. The 26-year-old shooting guard bringing his versatile and athletic style to Mexicali's team. So, all right, Michigan boy, I'm a Michigan girl. Congratulations there. So who else will join the league? We are going to get down to our last 5, the final picks in the ABA MX. They're coming up. Stick around.
Hola, Soy Julio César Chávez. Cuando era un niño empecé a boxear con el simple sueño de ayudar a mi familia. Cuando gané mi primer sueldo en mi primera pelea, no tenía idea de que iba a lograr tanto, pero tanto en la vida. Acompáñenme a subir al ring por última vez desde el Estadio Jalisco en Guadalajara. Y para mis paisanos en Estados Unidos, síganme en Pay-Per-View. Pay-Per-View.
Tributo a los Reyes en vivo en pay-per-view 19 de junio 9 p.m. Este 6 p.m. Pacífico. Toscano, Boristeca y GSS presentan.
¿Qué representa en tu carrera esta tercer pleito?
Para mí representa todo, matar o morir.
Back in his hometown of Guadalajara, Mexico, Ramon is given a hero's welcome. While most fighters are content with trashing their opponent, Ramon El Inocente Alvarez lives up to his nickname. He walks with the conditions that come with the Alvarez name, and he gives the press the show they were waiting for.
Representando estos vatos, porque aparte de ser tu amigo me considero tu familia. ¿Sabes una cosa? Larga vida para el campeón, cabrón.
Away from the noise and flashing lights, Ramon settles back into his natural habitat. The weeks of sweat, blood, and tears in training camp will boil down to 40 minutes under the bright lights. I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Under the watchful eyes of his older brother, Roberto Alvarez, Ramon's movements are sharpened. They say that trilogies settle all disputes. Come June 19th, Ramon will not be facing an unknown opponent, but rather one where there is still a score left to settle. The question is simple. Will he live up to the Alvarez's name? Or will it be a Chavez night?
You can get that fight on Fight Hub TV, also on Direct and Dish pay-per-view. I'm actually going to be part of the broadcast team out of Guadalajara, so that is going to be huge. If you are a boxing fan, mark your calendars for June 19th. It is Anderson Silva versus Chavez, tribute to the Kings. Now, back to basketball, right? We've got a few more players to pick. In fact, 5 new players who are anxious to hear their names to be called. So we have made it to the final 5 teams and their players, of course. Now, he may share a surname with a famous whiskey, but this player is about to be a new winemaker, Vinatera Nuevo. We've got Alan Jamison. Congratulations. He played D1 ball at Ohio University and pro with the Cincinnati Crush. The 26-year-old point guard can really move the ball on offense and hit that mid-range jumper, but he'll certainly D up on the other end. Jamison is 6'2" and weighs in at 165 pounds. The number 19 pick belongs to Tijuana. They're adding Jeremiah Jordan to their roster. A point or shooting guard from Athens, Georgia, Jordan is the second former Sarasota Manatee to be drafted, so he's no stranger to the ABA. In fact, he's the top scorer and defender on that team. So, Leyendas fans, you'll appreciate his work ethic on both ends of the court. Jordan is 217 and 6 foot tall. Yes, got some muscle on that boy. All right. We've got 3 more picks to go, so who else is joining ABA MX? Welcome, George Walker. You're headed to the Rosarito Tropics. The 5'11", 160-pound point guard is representing the Chi-Town, Chicago, if you didn't know. At 21 years old, Walker likes to focus on the fundamentals, but he says his team can always depend on him, so I like to hear that. Sounds like a good teammate to have. All right, one more toro to announce. I hope you like Mexicali Allen Jones. As the 20th pick, the 25-year-old Jones is a point guard and shooting guard. He played some semi-pro ball after his time at Barbara Scotia College. He's extremely confident as a shooter and a passer, but can keep the ball himself and score pretty well too. All right, we made it. Wrapping up the 2021 ABA MX draft, playing in Tijuana is William Davis. This 6'8" forward is a Philly boy weighing in at 246 pounds. So, Leyendas fans, he can score in the paint, but be sure to watch for those block shots too. Davis will protect the rim. He'll bring down a bunch of boards too. He played pro for ABA's Pottstown Power, but welcome to the ABA MX now, William. That does it for this year's draft. Congratulations to all our new ABA MX players. Congratulations to the team. You got some fantastic new talent. And fans, don't forget, July 2nd, mark your calendar. That's the beginning of the 2021 season. At least that's when it's slated to begin. Let's cross our fingers that COVID doesn't throw us for any more loops in our schedule. For more information on this history-making season, you can click on abamx.com. And if you want to rep your new fave team or your new fave player, check out abamxstore.com to pick up jerseys, hats, and some other team swag. Again, it is always a pleasure to be with you and to celebrate with the teams and, of course, Roberto Garcia, the commissioner, and the new players. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Courtney Perna for Global Sports Streaming live from Las Vegas. Good night.
Life is about how much you can take.
1, 2, 3.
And keep fighting.
You should never fight again.
I know myself.
Retire.
I'm not done. I'm a natural born fighter. So this is what I do.
Tribute to the Kings, live on pay-per-view June 19th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific.
Introducing his opponent, across the ring, the three-time world champion fighting out of the red corner on my right. He enters the ring wearing white trunks with dark blue trim, fighting out of Culiacan, Sinaloa, Mexico. Julio César Chávez.
Tengo muchas anécdotas y muchos recuerdos de Macho Camacho. Tuve la fortuna de llevarlo a Culiacán y creo que ahí nos pasamos una semana inolvidable. Era cuando yo tomaba y él también, ¿entiendes? Nos fuimos de parranda, nos divertimos. A pesar de que en el ring fuimos enemigos, abajo del ring fuimos muy, pero muy amigos.
Obviously a pro-Chavez crowd. Thousands have flowed up from Mexico. And just for the record, Chavez said that the Mexican people would never forgive him if he lost this fight.
Normally Chavez starts out at a very slow pace. He has made a point of coming out here a little quick, very aggressive, takes so much out of a fighter.
And the first round is in the books.
Aunque iba a una pelea muy difícil, una pelea complicada, me preparé como nunca en la vida.
But does Camacho have the legs to withstand the punishing blows, the attacks of Chavez as we're seeing?
The legs and the heart. It's going to take an awful lot of heart to take the kind of pounding that Chavez can give you.
Chavez continues to be the aggressor.
Esa noche pues nació Julio César Chávez, el gran campeón mexicano, porque de ahí pues nadie me paró. Espero que ese día vean la pelea, porque va a ser una noche inolvidable, una noche, gran homenaje a un gran amigo mío que para descanse, que es Macho Camacho. Imagínate, me gustaría que él estuviera presente, pero yo creo que ya del cielo nos va a estar viendo.
Bye.